Hello and welcome to another Vocab PowerPoint slide presentation. This is for Vocab Unit 3, Level E. First word is adversary. Adversary is a noun. The first syllable is accented, and it is an enemy or an opponent. Okay, so these two people are fencing, and they are obviously enemies of each other. They are adversaries. Okay. The synonym is antagonist. Antonym is friend. Next word is alienate. An alienate is a verb. It has the first syllable accented. It means to turn away. Person's given the, don't talk to me, talk to the hand signal. So anyone who's turned away is alienated. You have a friend who does something that you don't really agree with anymore. They are alienated from the group. Something like that. Synonym is drive apart. Antonym is attract. Next one, artifice. Artifice is how you pronounce it. It's a noun. First syllable is accented. Is a skillful or ingenious device or trickery. Okay, so something that is maybe an invention of some sort, or as that picture has here, a card trick of some sort. That would be a trickery. Something that's kind of clever, something that's interesting and intuitive. And again, like a good invention would count as an artifice. The synonym is ruse, which means, again, to trick someone. Next is coerce. And if you've seen Lego Movie, hopefully you have because it's a really good movie, you'll see there's good cop, bad cop. So coerce means to compel or to force someone to do something. It's a verb. Second syllable is accented. The police will, most likely, they're not supposed to, but sometimes they maybe get a little violent, and they're going to compel you by doing something and maybe threatening you with jail time, that kind of thing, to kind of force you to confess, perhaps. Okay. The synonym is bully. Antonym is persuade. I like to ask nicely. Next word is craven. Okay, and craven is an adjective. It's also a noun. They're both very similar, though. The first syllable is accented. It means cowardly or a coward. And it's kind of funny because it's a cow, get it? And they're cowardly. So if you're kind of scared, you're craven. If you can be called a craven. If you turn and run away, if you're going to a haunted house or something like that, that would be craven. Synonym is fearful. Antonym is courageous. 6, probably the easiest one in the whole entire unit there, is culinary. And I think many people know who this is. Guy Fieri. He's a cook, a chef. He's got a couple shows on Food Network. So he would be culinary. There's food on his plate, dumping a lot of ketchup on it. So culinary is an adjective. First syllable is accented. It's of or relating to cooking or the kitchen. Culinary. No synonyms, no antonyms. Next one, R.I.P. Robin Williams. If you're watching this in 2014, then he just passed away a few weeks ago. And this goes with the word demise. Demise is a noun. The second syllable is accented. It is a death, especially of a person in a lofty position. Celebrity, president, king, queen, world leader, musician, that kind of thing. A well-known person. Okay, their demise, their death. Synonym is decease. Antonym, birth. Exhilarate is the next word, and it's a verb. Second syllable is accented. It means to enliven, cheer, give spirit or liveliness to. And that's Brent Selleck from the Eagles. Looks like he just scored a touchdown, so he would exhilarate the crowd and get them all fired up when he scores a touchdown, or when anyone scores a touchdown for that matter. Synonym is to excite. Antonym, dishearten. Fallow is next, and fallow actually has 3 different forms of it. It has a verb, a noun, and an adjective. Okay, so it can be used any one of those 3 ways on the sentence portion of your test. The first syllable is accented, and I'll go through these one by one. Adjective, plowed but not seeded, inactive. Okay, so this field right here, this picture, is fallow. They plowed it because they want to get the soil kind of tossed up and all the nutrients kind of keep flowing through it, but they don't want to plant because if you keep planting on a field, a lot of times the plants will not grow that well because you're kind of depleting the soil of all the nutrients. The noun form of it is land left unseeded. So the actual land, you could say, that's my fallow over there, meaning that's my field that's plowed but not seeded. And then the verb form is to plow but not seed. So the act of doing this is called fallowing the land. Okay, or to to rest the land, that kind of thing. So it could be used any of those three ways, but they're all pretty similar. Synonym is dormant. Antonym is fertile. Next is harass. Harass is a verb, second syllable. Again, a pretty easy one. The only thing is don't confuse harass with coerce. Coerce, you're actually asking someone or forcing them to do something, whereas harass just means to disturb or to worry someone. Okay, so I have the picture here of a bully grabbing somebody by the shirt. That's disturbing. It's worrisome to that person. It doesn't actually mean you have to do something, and that's the difference between coerce and harass. The synonym is annoy. Next one is inclement. Inclement is an adjective, It's the second syllable is accented. It means stormy, harsh, severe in attitude or action. So most of the times you'll hear it with regards to the weather, but also could be a person's attitude, a person's action. The synonym is blustery. Antonym is gentle. Liquidate is next, and usually has to do with money. Verb. It's a this is a little typo here. This word actually in the book says it has two different accented syllables, and that's not possible. It's actually the first, liquidate. So it's the first syllable that is accented. The definition is to pay a debt, settle an account, or to eliminate. So you're paying somebody back, they let you borrow some money, and you're repaying them. If you have some sort of payment plan for credit card or some kind of goods or services, and if you're settling them, there's nothing left, you've liquidated the account or settled the account. The synonym is reconcile. Antonym is invest. Muse is next. Muse is a verb, no accent mark because it's only one syllable. It means to think about in a dreamy way or to ponder. And thought this was kind of funny that the first two people are wishing that they were somewhere else. One guy's wishing he was Iron Man, and the other guy is wishing that he was exactly where he was in front of the computer screen, playing video games or whatever he's doing. So to think about in a dreamy way or ponder, synonym is daydream. That one's pretty easy as well. Next page, negligible. Okay, negligible is an adjective. It is a first syllable accented. It's often a term used in math and science. It's so unimportant that it can be disregarded. So unimportant that it can be disregarded. So this picture says probability is 0.0000001%. That's such a small percentage that it could happen that it's basically zero at this point. It's negligible. You can neglect it. So almost forget it and kind of throw it out, basically. The synonym is trivial, and the antonym is significant. Next one is perpetuate. Perpetuate's a verb, second syllable is accented. It means to make permanent or long-lasting. Okay, so this is perpetuating the movie Rocky. There's that statue by the art museum, by the steps where he jogs up the stairs in the movie. So that was, he's in, I don't know if that's bronze or some other kind of metal, but it's forever and it's permanent, long-lasting. Okay, and a lot of times it's also used in the sample sentence that's in the book about perpetuating the customs, or sometimes it can be used in a negative way. Some people say perpetuate stereotypes, which would actually be a bad thing because you don't want stereotypes to continue. You want them to obviously go away. The synonym for that one is model. Next one, precedent. Precedent for your grades would be like an A+. I have that picture. It's a noun. First syllable is accented. It's an example that may serve as a basis for imitation or later action. Okay, so this is like the model for, that's what you're striving for. So that's precedent. The synonym for that one is model. Just realized, I'm going to go back one to perpetuate. I never told you the synonyms of the antonyms. So this is the synonyms and antonym for perpetuate. Prolong indefinitely and abolish for the antonym. Okay, moving on to punitive. Punitive is an adjective. First syllable has the accented mark. It's inflicting or aiming at punishment. Okay, this kid's getting his ear pulled. That's pretty painful. So parents could punish. A teacher could punish a friend, a girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend. Punitive, anything that's going to cause pain or cause punishment. Synonym is penalizing. 18, redress. Redress does not mean to dress again. It's a synonym, sorry, it's a verb and a noun. The second syllable is accented. It means to set right or to remedy, to say you're sorry. That would be the verb form of redress. The noun is relief from wrong or injury. So when that person accepts your apology, you now have redress, and you've kind of gotten that relief from the injury that you've caused that person for whatever reason. Okay. The synonym is to correct. Number 19 is sojourn. Sojourn means it's a noun and a verb. First syllable is accented. It is a temporary stay or to stay for a time. So if you're on vacation, that's a sojourn. It looks like the word journey at the end, if that helps to remember. The synonym is a visit. A visit. And finally, urbane. Urbane is probably one of the more difficult ones to understand. It's an adjective. Second syllable is accented. Is refined in manner or style or suave. So this person obviously uses blue Chanel cologne. This guy, he's dressed pretty nicely. His hair is pretty nice. He's a good-looking guy. He has style. He's very suave. So he's urbane. Okay. The synonym is elegant, and the antonym is uncouth. Sorry for the long video, but get to studying and good luck on the test.